It took me a long time, guys, to finally make this video. I've been wanting to make something and say something about Israel for some time now, but I didn't know quite what I wanted to say, how I wanted to say it, and how to consider the various voices and people and situations and things that are being impacted by the war in Gaza and the violence that Israel is just raining down on the people of Gaza. But let me start things off here with a major disclaimer. When I say Israel, I'm referring to the government and the military of Israel. I do believe that the Israeli government and military are a terrorist organization. But when I say Israel, I do not mean the citizens of Israel, Jewish people, the Jewish diaspora, or any of that. I myself have Jewish blood in my family, so I have nothing against Jewish people. I do not wish harm on Jewish people. I am not anti-Semitic. I don't support anti-Semitism. But what I cannot support, what I cannot stand for, is what the Israeli government and military, which I will refer to henceforth as Israel, is doing to the people of Gaza and Palestinians. When they go around dropping bombs on just lines of people waiting for food, people who have been starving for months, people who have had their homes destroyed, have moved from one location to another, locations that Israel told them were safe, and then go bomb those locations, cut off food supplies, cut off water and electricity, starve a population, mutilate and murder infants, babies, children by the thousands. The only way that I can look at that is just straight up terrorism and murder and genocide. Now, I'm not going to argue the merits of the claim genocide in this video. I think it is important to say that Israel is committing genocide on the people of Gaza and Palestinians, because it will help to hold them accountable in international criminal courts going forward once this senseless violence has finally come to an end, whenever that may be. But regardless of the exact terminology of genocide or not, it is beyond reprehensible what they are doing. It is murder. Israel is just committing straight up murder at this point. They have done everything to Hamas that they possibly can in any real earnest way right now. There may be a handful of leaders or coordinators or some military commanders from Hamas left in Gaza, but it's not worth trying to kill these few Hamas leaders or commanders that are left by just murdering thousands of innocent Palestinians. It's beyond the pale. Enough is enough, and I can't stand it anymore. Benjamin Netanyahu, his cabinet, his government, his military, they are sick terrorists. And in my view, they are no better than Hamas. There's just no way to defend it at this point. And I am disgusted that the United States is in this position where we are basically one of the few countries left in the world that's still supporting Israel. We should not be sending any weaponry or any sort of military support to Israel to allow them to continue this senseless killing. The only thing the United States should be sending to Israel is aid for the people of Gaza and for Palestinians. And I haven't even touched on the West Bank. That's a whole nother story. But really, the situation in Gaza has gotten so out of hand. These people are just starving and dying by the dozens every day. I mean, when does it end? What does killing a few more Hamas commanders or soldiers really do at this point? Right now, Israel is really just creating and sowing the seeds for a whole new generation of Hamas. All of these children who have lost their parents, their brothers, their sisters, their grandparents, they're growing up in a completely destroyed, devastated, war-torn world. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they all become terrorists when they get older. Israel is just creating this generation of people that are going to want to take revenge. It's insane. It doesn't make any sense other than fulfilling some sort of immediate bloodlust. But in the long run, it's just going to foster more violence and terrorism in the future. The only thing that can happen now that will be even remotely satisfactory is a complete ceasefire. I do want the hostages that Hamas has taken to be released. Israel needs to ceasefire. There is nothing that the people of Gaza can do to stand up and protect themselves. You know, at this point, they're just trying to survive. They're just trying to live and not die. Shame on Israel for what they've done, and shame on the United States, and shame on the Biden administration for continuing to support them in any capacity. Biden needs to come out much stronger against Netanyahu, much stronger. He is a monster, and we should not be supporting inhumane monsters.